Hi guys, welcome back to Marsha's Mush and Stuff, and today we are making a twine heart using a balloon, twine, and Mod Podge. I also offer some other alternatives here. I will tell you that I did use the heart-shaped balloons. I wanted it to be rather large, and they are 12 inches. You could also use this just cotton yarn to wrap it with instead of the twine or jute that I used. But I did end up using the whole roll. These are 12-inch balloons, so they were rather big. And the heart shape, I will tell you, if I had this to do over again, I think I would have just used a regular balloon instead of the heart shape, because it was hard to wrap this and keep the heart shape. Any tips or suggestions would be greatly appreciated. So there is the balloon blown up, and I did find that it was easier, instead of painting on the Mod Podge, would be just to drizzle it on, because it does dry kind of fast. And I do have some of the plastic cutting boards underneath, so you'll kind of see that, so it's not just on my craft table. But if I had this to do over, I would definitely wrap it in cling wrap before I started this process, because I had a lot of excess Mod Podge after I popped the balloon. And so here I am wrapping it in the twine. Leave that little end of the balloon out. Don't Mod Podge over it, so it will slide out ever so easily when you do pop your balloon. But yeah, I did use that entire roll of jute, but right there where I crossed over is where it kind of got messy and a little loose as well. So going around that heart was rather hard, but it did turn out the way that I wanted it to. It just took more time than I initially thought. But again, looking back, if you have a bucket or liquid starch, that would be perfect. Just dip it into the liquid starch and you're done. So you could make several at one time using that method versus using your hands like I'm doing right here. And again, towards the end, I found it easier just to open up the bottle of Mod Podge and pour it directly onto the balloon. But the cling wrap, you won't have all that excess glue to deal with like I did, because it did take me about 30 to 45 minutes to go in between all that twine and get all that excess Mod Podge off of my twine heart. So again, I like to show you the mistakes so that you don't make it. But again, if anyone has any suggestions for this, I would definitely love to hear your thoughts. It came out pretty. Let it dry thoroughly, and that's what I'm doing here. I actually let mine dry overnight, went back to it, and once here I am with scissors popping the balloon, and it instantly starts to deflate. But because of the Mod Podge on there first and after, it almost lost its form, so I kind of had to reshape it as well. But you could easily add fairy lights to this. Like I said, I would have done it differently if I had it to do over again, because I did have to go in between each one. But the balloon was ever so easy just to pull out, because I did not use the Mod Podge on the end of the balloon there. I left that little tail out so I could pull it out. So here is where you start to see it kind of sinking in. But again, like I said, I was able to salvage that, and here is the end result. Still a little excess glue in some places, so I'm still working on that. But again, I would love to hear your thoughts. But I think it turned out pretty. But thank you, and until the next time, I will see you then. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that like button, give a big thumbs up, And thank you so much. And until the next time, I will see you then.